does pretty well just shifting when the training warms up, but it's, I don't know, this is a tough one. What's good, YouTube? We are back again once again for another video, and in today's video, you guys, we are in our newly acquired 2013 FRS with 48,000 miles. So there's one thing that this car came with that I wasn't too fond of, and that is a pretty stiff shifter. As you guys could see, we got a stiff shifter, and there's a few ways we could fix this. So when we're going into gears, it's not too bad. We could go into the gears just fine and dandy, but that side-to-side movement, the horizontal movement, is a little stiff. It's more so horizontally and in neutral versus when we're in the gears. When we're in gears, it's supposed to be stiff already. So the stiffness in our shifter is caused by a few things. It could be caused by a number of things, number one of which is the most common point of failure. That's shifter bushings. So we're going to be replacing those today. A few different set of shifter bushings, as well as an extra mod we're throwing in there to kind of stiffen up the horizontal play. It's going to increase noise, vibration, and whatnot, but it is all to kind of improve the shifter feel, experience of shifting, of driving. So we went ahead and picked ourselves up a few bushings here. Number one, most importantly, is our Torque Solution front and rear bushing. So this big piece here is the rear shifter bushing, and then we have these two front carrier bushings here. And then we went ahead and picked ourselves up an extra mod, because while we're down here doing this mod, once we loosen this big guy up, it's going to make it a little easier to get this guy in here. This is the Whiteline positive shift bushing. It goes right in between your transmission and kind of the transmission mount. So that's gonna, like I said, kind of increase noise, vibration, and whatnot, but it's gonna stiffen up our shift response and make it all but better. So these are the bushings we're working with. We got our Whiteline transmission insert here. We have our rear shifter bushing, and then up front we have our two carrier bushings. The Torque Solutions bushings don't come with lube. You're gonna want some of this to, number one, grease up Whiteline bushing, and number two, grease up these guys here. For tools, it's pretty simple. All you're gonna need: socket set, an electric gun to make your life a lot easier, and then a ratchet. You're probably gonna want a 1/4 inch ratchet because it's gonna be a little tight to get into the transmission tunnel. So you might want a 1/4 inch. I'm gonna see if I have one. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Small ratchet, an e-gun, sockets, and you are good. We're gonna be taking off the fabric under tray here, not the metal one. So get a couple of 10 mils. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get these guys. And that should be it for the cover. We have our two drive shaft bolts, 14 mils. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen those a wee bit. Don't need to take them out fully. Oh, I need to borrow this, guys. So there is the shifter bushing, the rear shifter bushing. Two 12mm bolts hold it in. An electric ratchet is pretty handy, but I don't feel like going back, sliding back out under this car, unless I need to. So we're making it work with what we got. I don't have an idea. Definitely would help if your car is clean underneath. Luckily, mine is pretty damn clean, thanks to myself, but I would recommend cleaning underneath your car before you do this, unless you have a lift. You know, if you have a lift, your life is easy. This is why I don't run cats, because they're freaking big, and I don't like them. It does look a good bit old, and I mean, it's all gunked up. That could be the cause. It's not allowing us that play that we're supposed to be having. We're gonna replace it. We don't need that anymore, but this is the bushing we're gonna be using instead of this one here, all poly. And let's see what she does. Let's see what she does, man. But alrighty, well, in an interest of saving time, I've opted out of installing those front carrier bushings that we had from Torque Solutions. After speaking to a few guys in the 8.6 community, it is a pain in the ass to get to, and just our current scenario with, you know, our we don't have a lift, and I'm not looking to spend all day trying to install those, and if they don't make that big of a difference, then we're not throwing them on. So we went ahead and jacked up our transmission a little bit, because we're about to throw in our Whiteline transmission insert bushing. She's right there ready to go, all lubed up already, so we just got to throw her in. All right, I'm gonna show you guys, then I'm gonna do it. We already dropped this what was it? I think it was a 17. We already dropped the 17 mil bolt in the middle here. That's all we need. And then we'll just go ahead and pop this guy up there. And then while we do that, we're gonna just slide in our white line bushing right in between there. We might need to jack the tranny up just a little bit, but we're gonna see. So let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, it took a little finesse, but we got it in. Jack up the transmission, and you'll have to give it a little bit of force to get it in there. And you wanna obviously push up on this with your finger. This way you're not hitting it when you get the bushing in. But yeah, you just push it in and it goes right in. Lube this guy here. Whoop. All right, let's go ahead and put that rear shifter bushing in. All right, guys, well, at this point, we got our bushing in. Everything is all together. Only thing we need to throw on is the under tray. I'll throw up torque specs up on screen. I just zapped them with the dang E-gun because being under there for an extensive amount of time is not very fun. So, zinged them on, zinged on the bolts. The rear shifter bushing, you just slide it on the shifter. You bolt it up to the body, and it's pretty simple there. And then from there, you could bolt up the drive shaft to the back, and then that transmission bolt if you did decide to get the white line bushing. But we're pretty much all set. So we're gonna go ahead and throw on our undercover, our under tray here, and call it a day. We're gonna go drive and see how she drives from there. So our shifter is still stiff. We are gonna take this thing apart and I'm gonna drive it a little bit and see what I could do. Most importantly, I want to grease the pivot points where the shifter is, and I'm gonna see what that does, if anything. Hopefully it does. All right, guys, so here's the deal. We have the thing apart, and I lubed up the pivot point, the pivot ball at the bottom of the shifter, and I also kind of greased up in there at the bottom of the dust boot where the kind of linkage connects to the shifter itself. So yeah, she's still stiff. So I'm thinking that this has to be internal. I was kind of talking around and reading up on forums of other cars because there's nothing on this when it comes to FRS BRZ86. So I'm kind of stumped on this one. If the shifter rails were misaligned, I would think that the shifter would be in a different position. It would be maybe like off to the left or the right. So I'm thinking that it has to be something internal. So next thing we're gonna try here is we're gonna drain the tranny fluid. We're just gonna put new fluid in it and see if that works at all. And then, yeah, that's kind of, we're chasing the squirrel at this point. So we're gonna see how that does. It does pretty well just shifting when the tranny warms up, but it's, I don't know, this is a tough one. Well, we do have some work to do when it comes to fixing our stiff shifter only horizontally. I thought what we did in today's video would fix it some way, somehow, or in the slightest, but it definitely did not. So usually if you have shifter slop or it might be stiff vertically, those could be possible causes. What we did today, replacing the bushings, even greasing the pivot points. But after chasing the squirrel on this one, we've eliminated a lot off our list in terms of what could be the problem and kind of narrowed it down to, I don't know. I'm gonna drain the fluid, see where that lands us, and if it's still stiff after that, then it's internal, unfortunately. And it sucks because at 48,000 miles, how? Especially if an older guy owned it and, you know, there's not really anything else wrong with the car. So it's like only the shifter, only the transmission. So I don't know. I'm kind of beyond confused at this point. So yeah, sorry, guy. I couldn't really deliver on that one today. I thought I was going to fix it, but I can't fix them all, right? So I do hope you guys have learned something, though, in today's video. And enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give me a like down below. It really does go on, right? And while you're down there, you can consider subscribing. That shows me you guys like what I'm doing here, and I could do more. But as per usual, you check me out, Jules, in the description down below on the other socials. I'm gonna get the heck up out of here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ooh, peace. Wow.